Good afternoon, 90 Days family. Today we are going to look at the story of Eve and Mohammed. The 90-day fiancé subject, who is married to estranged husband Mohammed, was approached by police on August 15th in connection with alleged domestic violence, according to a police report obtained by People. So we really are not sure whether this story is true or false, but it's something that we are just getting from People magazine. The charges filed against Eve were battery and assault against a household member. So I would think that that was Mohammed. The reality TV star hearing is scheduled for the 6th of September per police report. But according to the representative of Eve, there were no charges against Eve. So I really don't know where this story is coming from. So we also remember that during the after the tell-all, there were proof that Mohammed was talking to somebody or texting somebody, and he was cheating on Eve. So we are just really looking at all the different sources and look at what really happened between them. The attorney of Eve called Mohammed the amber head of immigrants while discussing his falsified abuse claims. Kathleen Martinez of Martinez Immigration shared a TikTok video on Tuesday in which she claimed Mohammed faked his way into United States and was coached into falsify accusing of battery so that he could get a U visa. What is a U visa? So some of you may ask. U visa is a US non-immigrant for victims of criminals actually who have suffered mental and physical abuse. It is designed for two reasons: to protect victims of crimes who are not US citizens and to gather information regarding crimes. The U visa protects victims by giving them legal status in the US where US law enforcement can stand with them against the crimes committed. In addition, the victim who gets the U visa status gives valuable information to police and other law enforcement regarding the crime. This information can be used to track the criminal and make a conviction. So we really think that this is a true statement, looking at the fact how they met online and how Mohammed faked his love for Eve only to cheat just after the wedding. Looking back at the history of Eve and Mohammed, so we learn from the earliest episodes that they met each other through the DMs and they were communicating with each other. And we do understand that Eve is a very educated woman taking care of her child. I think they broke up after the engagement with the father of the child. And she took some time to just get some healing and do all the activities with her friends just for healing. But when she met Mohammed, Eve was really, really in love with this guy, especially looking at the body of Mohammed trying to display himself through the DMs. And I think Eve then was just like over the hills with this man. And I understand it that she went to Egypt to visit Mohammed. We also learned at that time that Mohammed was very interested in all the pictures that Eve was posting at that time with the bikini, and he felt that she was hot. And of course, Eve was very happy to get a man that was admiring her body. She visited Egypt. They had really had a good time, and their relationship was really too fast. And they ended up getting engaged in Egypt, and everything was just looking good at that time. And you can see in their picture, they were just over the moon. Eve was very, very excited on the day of Muhammad's arrival. Some of Eve's friends were really having concern about this guy because he was too young and he is half of Eve's age. But Eve didn't really care. And she was just saying that, look, I'm in love with this person. I'll do what I need to do. So, and she really treated this guy like a king. You know, she was processing the visa for 2 years. Everything went through and the visa was approved. There was Mohammed there saying, I love you, kissing, knowing that he was faking everything. I'm really, really mad about Mohammed. Mohammed was very manipulative. If you can still remember, on the first day, he was complaining about the fact that there was no bidet that was installed in the house. And he needed the bidet because he had to clean himself before the prayers. As a Muslim, they need to clean themselves. And Eve had to buy the bidet and she tried to fix it by calling a plumber. Then Mohammed turned around and said, why are you having this man in the house instead of calling me to do it? You are not supposed to have a man in the house. As a Muslim, we are not allowing women to be alone in the house with a man. But Eve was asking, what am I supposed to do? You can't fix it. So I had to call somebody. So you want something, somebody is trying to fix it, and now you are also going to cry again. So he is very manipulative. So he went out with Eve one day to meet her friends. First of all, he was complaining about the clothes Eve was wearing that day, that the clothes were too revealing. Why are you complaining about the clothes where you were so interested about Eve's body when Eve was showing you um the bikini? So now you are in US, you are now changing your tone. So when he met Eve's friend, he was not happy because he thought that they were too judgmental and they were talking about sex and he was claiming that he was a virgin and so on and so on. And I know that he was aware that the friends of Eve were concerned about his intentions, of which it was true because at the end of the day, he has cheated on Eve. Eve was very respectful of Muhammad because I think Muhammad wanted Eve to convert to Muslim. One day he took her to the mosque for prayers. I think that was the aim of trying to say to Eve, let's just convert and be a Muslim. But Eve was tough enough to tell him that, look, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to take my time. I think that was really good of Eve doing that because just think, a man is going to make me to convert to his own religion and then you cheat and leave me now as a Muslim lady. And if you can look back at at the episodes, you could see that he didn't want to believe in Eve's beliefs, but yet he wanted Eve to believe in his own religion, which is really unfair. Mohammed didn't like the fact that Eve wanted to go out to meet her friends. He thought that, oh, they are going to feed her with wrong information, or Eve is going to behave like her friends. And so what? Eve is an American lady. She is not a Muslim at that. She was not a Muslim lady at that time. She could do whatever she wanted to do, but Mohammed was just trying to control. And like I told you before, he didn't like the fact that she was going out with the friends because they would influence her, or open her eyes. And you can see that Eve was really tough. She told him that, look, I'm going out with my friends, and she really went out and she had a good time and having a drink with the friends, but then revealed the fact that they went to the mosque and she didn't like the rules of men at that side and women at the other side while doing the prayers. So I think she was not impressed about the whole mosque visit. Mohammed, pissed off when Eve told him that the day of the wedding was going to be postponed because the wedding venues were not available. So he insisted at that time that, oh, we better go to the courthouse and do the paperwork so that I can start working and get a job. No, I don't. I think that was just a lie. What he wanted to make sure that he gets married, get the papers, get the visa and the green card later, and after that, move out. So he didn't want to waste any time. He was very, very angry. And Eve was trying to tell him that, look, I just want to get the venue. This is my special day. I want to make it special. But he didn't care. So he wanted to go to the courthouse and just get the papers, because I think that he didn't care about really getting married. He just wanted the piece of papers to be signed so that he could get a visa, get a job, and go out and cheat. After the fight about the wedding date and the papers for the visa, Mohammed was very, very mad. He then went to one of his friends from the mosque and he told the friend about the whole situation of him and the wedding with Eve. And at that point, he told the friend that he was thinking of getting a second sponsor. What the hell is the second sponsor? So, how can you get somebody who is going to sponsor you, whereas Eve spends her money to do the whole process of K1 visa to bring Mohammed to US? And when he told Eve about this, Eve was so mad. She was so mad. She was crying her lungs out because she wouldn't believe that, oh my God, after all this time, after all what I've done, this man now is going to get a second sponsor. That was really stupid, and that was really, really a big flag. What I think looking back now is that Mohammed was talking to people behind Eve's back. He knew exactly what he was doing at that time. He was trying to push papers not only for visiting Mama in Egypt or to get a job. He wanted the papers to be done so he could be free and get another woman. So after the big fight, he wanted to try to start a new page with Eve. Then he decided to call his mother in Egypt to talk about the whole situation. But the good thing is that the mother was just on Eve's side, and she was telling Mohammed, look, you have to also compromise. Um, this woman is from America, they have people have their own beliefs as well. So you can't just push people to do whatever you want. And I think at that point, he realized that he was going to lose Eve. And he took her for a romantic dinner. They ended up being engaged. And then after that, they were preparing for the wedding. So they ended up being married. And then it was really a small, beautiful wedding. But believe me, if you can look at that episode, you can hear that the friends of Eve were really not convinced that this man was there for Eve. They thought that he was just, playing around just to get the green card. And I think really they could see the red flags. But you know what? When a person is in love, sometimes they say love is blind. So I think Eve was just blindsided, really. On the last day of the Tell All Part 2, everybody was shocked when it was revealed that this guy was cheating on Eve and sending all these messages to a woman and was promising the woman that let's just wait a little bit longer. Once I get a green card, then we'll be together. And really, everybody was shocked. Yes, we had some stories, on Facebook when people were saying that he was cheating, but we didn't have evidence until the tell all. So it means that really he was cheating behind Eve's back. So we understand now that they are splitting, and now there are all these stories about domestic violence and stuff. So I do think that they will end up splitting. Eve will be a fool to stay with Mohammed after all this. Eve is a professional lady. She is beautiful. She can still get a nice or looking guy, and she can still get married if she wants to. But this was not a good match. I think there were a lot of red flags that were ignored during the journey of their relationship. As I told you before, sometimes love is blind. We really wish Eve a good luck and get a good man. Please don't forget to share, comment, like, and subscribe so as to grow this channel and get more news on reality TV. Thank you.